Yo, man, this is Big Rat. 310 with
Matt Booze, 14, 19.
and
Trademark 629.
and making his first, I think it's his first appearance on YouTube Films.
BestYTChannel.
Okay, as you know, I made a very despondent video. For all you 5-year-olds who don't know what that means, it means I was extremely depressed. So now, I'm going to do a Skype call since I've been planning this with BestYTChannel for a while now. And we're going to talk about his future, our thoughts. So, okay, we already know how I feel about it. How do you guys feel about Kennedy being released? Matt?
He just came back in a big main event spot, and he's got to be so freaking mad. I would be pulling my hair out. I would be suicidal. I'd be homicidal. I would just do something.
Trademark?
Well, the thing is, I think the reason that Mr. Kennedy was released was even though the wrist injury that he suffered was said to be minor, I think WWE kind of overreacted, and they just kind of gave up on the guy, and they're like, no, this guy is too injury prone. We're not going to deal with this anymore. Even though there was talk of Mr. Kennedy possibly being put in a program with Randy Orton.
Yeah, I feel
it really elevated him.
I feel like an idiot for mentioning that in my Q&A now. It was kind of pointless.
I hope he goes to TNA.
We'll get to that. Best YouTube channel?
I wanted to go back to WWE.
Me too. I wanted to go back to WWE also because you guys know I'm very despondent about it. I said this is a theory. Maybe, you know, they don't want to have to... He keeps getting injured. Maybe they don't want to have to keep paying him when he's not going to wrestle since he hasn't wrestled, honestly, in like 3 years. I think he's missed 3/4 of the past 3 years or something like that. He's missed a lot of wrestling time. 2009, 2008. So I thought maybe they don't want to pay him anymore. Maybe they're just going to release him from his contract. And maybe when he's ready, maybe they'll pay him back. Because, yes, it's true. He's not on the Raw Superstar listing. But if you go to WWE.com, it doesn't say on its main page, Mr. Kennedy has been released. And when Big Daddy V gets released, they actually mention it. So why would they not mention this?
I actually saw an article on WWE.com. You go to
Industry News. But
and then when you click on Mr. Kennedy is released, it comes up and the background is like regular WWE.com.
It doesn't make
so.
Yeah, but I don't get it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, technically it's still WWE wouldn't do this to Kennedy. They would put it on the main page, and at least I think so. Okay, well, okay. Also, where do we think he's going? Best YouTube channel?
I think he'll go back to WWE. I don't think he'll show up in TNA.
Trademark?
I could see TNA picking this guy up. I mean, I think TNA might be able to see the potential in Mr. Kennedy, and the way they've been like kind of going after the WWE and trying, like Dixie Carter during the whole Denver debacle was talking about how TNA would be there for the wrestling fans in Colorado, and like they're doing stuff like that to try and make themselves seem better than the WWE. So if they like capitalize on Mr. Kennedy now and they make him into a star, that's gonna make them look good compared to the WWE. And
True.
They're like, oh, he stayed healthy for us. He's succeeding.
Matt?
I can see Mr. Kennedy getting a future X Division title reign in TNA, and then maybe building up and getting TNA Heavyweight Championship one day.
Look, I know you guys think I love this guy too much, but I'm going to mention him again. Killer King was right. TNA started bringing the old guys when Christian came in. Because when Christian soon followed WWE star after WWE star after WWE star. You know, Booker T, there was a couple other guys in between, a lot of WWE stars came in.
Spider.
This, honestly, if I'm a WWE, let's say I'm not on YouTube and shit, if I see this and I see TNA bringing Kenny, I'm like, oh my god, they're doing it again. They're fuck Joe, fuck AJ. Let's bring in more WWE talent. I mean, obviously TNA's gonna do it because they're idiots, but I don't want them to.
Kennedy did go to TNA. It's huge. Look how Bobby Lashley debuted. Bobby Lashley hasn't even had a match.
Bobby Lashley's debut was fucking horrible. Well, what else? ROH. For those who watch ROH, I know you do Best YouTube Channel. I don't think either one of you two do, but he could do well in ROH. I can easily see him in ROH. Sanjay Dutt's in ROH for you guys if you didn't know. So That's also a feature. Matt Hardy, when Matt Hardy got released from the WWE, he went to ROH. By the way, how did Matt Hardy get back? With a big petition. A big petition to bring him back. I say, bring back Kennedy. Bring back Kennedy.
Yeah, but this was just like a typical release. Like, Matt Hardy was released. He was pretty much, like, fired in a way because of the whole thing with Edge. It was not like WWE had no faith in his talent. I think that WWE has really lost faith in Mr. Kennedy, and that's why he's released.
It's a shame. Like I said, he was gonna cash in the Money in the Bank in like 2 weeks, until he got injured. He could have been world champion.
Yes.
He was so close.
Here's a good question. If Kennedy had won the world title in 2007, let's say he held it for a month, and he went through all the injuries just like he is now, would WWE have released him?
Probably not.
Probably not just because he's a world champion.
True.
Once you're like a world champion, that gives you a bigger like a sense of credibility, and they can't just dump you like that because you're now like a former world champion. In fact, you're a recent world champion. They can't just dump you like that.
Well, they dumped Bob. Well, when Bobby Lashley was world champion, in my opinion, the ECW title actually meant something.
It didn't mean anything.
When Bobby Lashley was champion, I actually thought it did. When John Morrison took over that I realized, okay, this title means shit. And Chavo Guerrero just guaranteed it.
Chavo Guerrero killed it, in my opinion. If Chris Benoit won that title, it'd be so much.
Oh, if Chris Benoit had won that title would be so prestigious.
So.
Well, Kennedy, where else can he go? Hey, Best YouTube Channel, since you're an independent guy, will PWG pick him up?
I couldn't see him getting PWG bookings. It just doesn't seem. They don't really get like massive stars. That's what Kennedy sort of was.
True. And for you guys that saw my DVD review, I'd love to see Kennedy go to Chikara and have a weird, crazy gimmick like the Super Smash Brothers, my favorite tag team, possibly my favorite wrestlers. And maybe he can work out there. I want to see Kennedy wrestle. I'm sorry. I don't want to see him just sit at home, mope about his injury, and wrestle in tears. I want to see him wrestle right now.
Kennedy's a big star. He wouldn't go to indies because they don't get paid much. And he was on millions in the WWE probably.
Was it millions? Really?
It was at least a few thousand grand, a few 100,000 grand.
Okay.
Hey, let's go ahead and add this question in. Who do you think's gonna get released next?
That is a good question.
Mike Knotts, my opinion. What trademark?
That's actually a good question. I think there's a handful of guys that could potentially go. I guess the best group of people to pick from would be those big guys like Mike Knox that are not getting a lot of airtime right now, and it doesn't seem like they're really doing anything with them.
How about Jesse? I think I've seen Jesse. I don't think I've even seen Jesse on TV ever since Jesse and Festus.
Oh, Jesse, definitely.
Yeah.
He's definitely gone since it's gonna be the tag team theory. One goes down, one goes up.
There you go. Even though I don't see Festus going up very far. This might be...
Yeah, Festus is basically just going to be stuck in this lame gimmick forever, and while he was part of like a tag team with Jesse, now it's just like this idiot that's like slumbering around.
I was actually rooting for them to win the tag titles at Great American Bash Elite.
I thought that they were like gonna win the titles a few months before that, but then and once they lost that match, I'm like, yeah, if they were gonna win the titles, it probably would have happened then. I mean,
well,
I just
look.
Hawkins.
Don't worry. Yeah, Hawkins gone. After I saw Raw, it wouldn't surprise me if Vince McMahon creates a drug that you can inject into Festus's brain that prevents him from being the dumb state anymore.
That'd just be empty, mate. I'd stop watching.
It's Vince. I'm sorry. This is the guy that released Kennedy after Kennedy debuted on Raw in a pretty big debut, in a pretty big match. Seriously.
They make like a big deal out of Kennedy debuting. You know,
Kyler 187 will have this as lame moments in wrestling history. Continue.
You know something? I actually think that the location of the show actually might have had a lot to do with Kennedy being released, because if you think about it, if WWE held the show in like New York City, that's like a place where the crowd is like hot all night. And if they had Raw there, the crowd might have like popped more for Kennedy, and then WWE might not have been so quick to release him because he really didn't get that big of a pop in LA. And like they saw if he got like a big pop in New York City, they would have like realized, okay, this character is like really over. Yeah, he's injury prone, but the crowd loves him. And
Are you saying that because, like we all know, you're the New York sports freak? And you, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, is there anything else, guys? We're kind of running a little low on time. We have like 30 seconds.
Nothing else.
Best YouTube channel, anything else?
Got nothing else to add. It's just shit that Kennedy's been released.
I agree, man. Trademark?
I think that's all I got.
Okay, well, I'm Big Red 3! Boom, boom, boom. 10. And?
Matt Booze, 14, 19.
Quickly. Go.
Mark 629.
And?
Best YouTube channel.
And we are out with our Skype call. Peace.